The extra free carbon molecules, referred to as soot, themselves not contributing to the trapping of light and heat from the sun, they do absorb heat from their surroundings, and since these soot particles can be very small in light, a massive amount of soot particles blown upwards into the stratosphere will cause massive climate change, as the abnormal amount of soot will cover up the troposphere, causing the surface to be cooler, but the cloud patterns to be abnormal. Now that there is a lot more heat in the troposphere, lots of climate change occurred, wind patterns are messed up due to heat pockets in the sky, and even if the soot is eventually processed, the soot will only react with the ozone in the stratosphere to form carbon monoxide or even carbon dioxide. Carbon monoxide isn't a greenhouse gas, but it can be decomposed in the stratosphere to also form carbon dioxide. The charcoal industry. Although being phased out during the more recent years globally, the damage it caused by being the primary resource for fires and fuel has still left its mark on Europe and the Americas. Charcoal production has led to the deforestation of the Central European forests. Most of the emissions of CO2 come from the forests, which is most areas where charcoal industries still stand. But since trees are replanted, its effects are lessened. But in some cases, like the US, they have a much bigger problem concerning carbon dioxide output. The wood produced by deforestation has many uses, such as being turned into charcoal through pyrolysis, which is heating without oxygen. The charcoal is then burnt to release energy by also carbon dioxide. Greenhouse gases such as carbon dioxide, water vapor absorbs heat, ultraviolet and visible light, and reflects those rays back to the earth as infrared rays, which are heat rays, which cause the earth to warm up. As global warming causes the earth to warm up, the oceans start vaporizing more frequently. This produces more water vapor, which causes the globe to heat up even more, and the cycle keeps going on. Manufacturing the devices needed for deforestation also takes a lot of industrial processes. During these processes, lots of wastes are produced. Many of these wastes are just burned to save space, time, and money, but the combustions of these wastes can cause many greenhouse gases to be released into the atmosphere.
Plants use energy from light to convert water and carbon dioxide into sugar and oxygen in a process called photosynthesis. Chlorophyll, the green pigment in leaves, absorbs sunlight and uses this energy to convert 6 molecules of carbon dioxide and 6 molecules of water into 1 molecule of sugar and 6 molecules of oxygen. Plants use this sugar to grow and release oxygen back into the atmosphere. They also help regulate the amount of carbon dioxide, which is one of the most important greenhouse gas in the atmosphere. Leaf structure. Plant leaves have small openings called stomata all over their surfaces. The stomata open to absorb the carbon dioxide needed to perform photosynthesis. They also open to releasing the oxygen produced by this process. Plant roots and leaves absorb water, which react with carbon dioxide using energy from light as the catalyst. Plant leaves are also able to absorb and release water through the stomata. Every year, the Earth's forests are able to absorb 1/3 of the carbon dioxide emitted by burning fossil fuels. Forests act as carbon sinks and reduce the amount of carbon dioxide in the air significantly. Tropical forests absorb more carbon than forests in temperate regions. However, tropical forests are disappearing as developing countries replace them with commercial centers and for livestock grazing. Deforestation affects the atmosphere. One of the harmful side effects of deforestation is an increase in atmospheric carbon. Deforestation increases atmospheric carbon dioxide in 2 ways. Machines that cut and process logs emit carbon dioxide and cut trees that remain on the forest floor decompose, which releases more carbon dioxide into the atmosphere.
The sun releases light, infrared and ultraviolet radiations. During daytime, the Earth absorbs all these rays, and during nighttime, the Earth reflects it back out. However, when greenhouse gases build up, they absorb and reflect the infrared rays back onto the Earth. Even without the human effect, there is still a layer of greenhouse gases that keeps the Earth warm. However, as humans produce more greenhouse gases, the layer becomes thicker, trapping more and more heat in.